USA 4-1 Paraguay FIFA World Cup 2026 match recap. The FIFA World Cup returned to American soil with tremendous anticipation as co-hosts the United States opened their Group D campaign against Paraguay. More than 70,000 supporters packed Los Angeles Stadium expecting an exciting start to the tournament. Under head coach Mauricio Pochettino, the Americans entered the competition carrying high expectations, while Paraguay arrived hoping to spoil the host celebration and begin their World Cup journey with valuable points. By the end of the evening, however, the United States delivered one of the most impressive performances of the opening round, combining attacking football, clinical finishing and confident possession to earn a convincing 4-1 victory. Quote of the match: "A dream start on home soil. Clinical in attack, composed in possession, and a statement victory that announced the United States as serious contenders in Group D." Match overview. The FIFA World Cup 2026 featured a Group D meeting between the United States and Paraguay. The match was played on June 12, 2026, at Los Angeles Stadium in Inglewood, California. Kickoff was at 6 p.m. Pacific Time, and 70,492 spectators created one of the largest crowds ever to watch the United States men's national team at a World Cup match. For the Americans, it marked their opening match as tournament co-hosts, while Paraguay was making its first World Cup appearance since 2010. Both teams knew that an opening victory would provide a major advantage in the race to qualify from Group D. Story of the match. The atmosphere inside Los Angeles Stadium was electric from the opening whistle, and the United States wasted little time giving the home crowd something to celebrate. Just 6 minutes into the match, the Americans struck first. Christian Pulisic burst forward through the left side before combining with Weston McKennie, whose dangerous delivery across the goalmouth forced Paraguay's Damian Bobadilla into an unfortunate own goal. The early breakthrough immediately shifted the momentum in favor of the hosts and allowed the United States to dictate the tempo. Paraguay tried to respond with a more physical approach, but their attempts to slow the American attack resulted in the first yellow cards of the evening. Meanwhile, the United States continued creating dangerous opportunities with quick passing and intelligent movement in the attacking third. Around the half-hour mark, Balogun believed he had doubled the lead after calmly finishing inside the penalty area. The celebrations were short-lived, however, as the assistant referee raised the offside flag. A VAR review confirmed the decision, keeping the score at 1-0 for only a few more minutes. The United States kept pressing, and their persistence paid off shortly afterward. Christian Pulisic once again found space down the flank and delivered a perfectly weighted cross into the box. Balogun timed his run brilliantly before placing a composed finish into the bottom corner to make it 2-0 and score his first FIFA World Cup goal. With confidence growing, the Americans refused to settle for a 2-goal advantage. Deep into first-half stoppage time, Malik Tillman launched a superb pass over the Paraguayan defense. Balogun raced onto it, shrugged off his defender, and curled an outstanding finish into the top corner to complete his brace. The stadium erupted as the United States entered halftime comfortably ahead by 3 goals. The second half began with several substitutions as Mauricio Pochettino looked to manage his squad while maintaining control of the match. One of the evening's biggest talking points soon followed when referee Ivan Barton initially cautioned Tim Ream after a challenge involving Miguel Almiron. After reviewing the incident on the pitchside monitor, the yellow card was rescinded and instead shown to Almiron for simulation, making VAR one of the defining moments of the match. Paraguay refused to give up despite trailing by 3 goals. In the 73rd minute, they capitalized on a set-piece opportunity when Mauricio finished from close range, reducing the deficit to 3-1 and briefly giving the South American side hope of mounting a comeback. Rather than allowing Paraguay to build momentum, the United States responded with maturity. Fresh substitutes helped maintain possession, control the pace of the game, and prevented Paraguay from creating sustained pressure during the closing stages. Then, with the match entering its final moments, the Americans delivered one last memorable moment. 7 minutes into stoppage time, substitute Giovanni Reyna collected the ball inside the penalty area, turned onto his stronger foot, and curled a beautiful finish into the corner of the net. It was the perfect ending to an impressive opening night performance as the United States sealed a commanding 4-1 victory in front of more than 70,000 jubilant supporters. Match analysis. The final score reflected just how dominant the United States were throughout the evening. Mauricio Pochettino's tactical approach emphasized quick transitions, aggressive pressing and constant movement from the attacking players. Christian Pulisic repeatedly exploited space down the left side, while Weston McKennie and Malik Tillman consistently advanced the ball through midfield. Reuters noted that the Americans successfully attacked both through the flanks and central channels, preventing Paraguay from settling into its defensive structure. Balogun's performance proved decisive. His movement between Paraguay's centre-backs created continuous problems, and his two first-half goals effectively removed any early pressure that normally accompanies a tournament opener. Balogun also became the first American player since 1930 to score twice in a World Cup match, underlining the historic nature of his performance. Defensively, the United States remained organised despite conceding once in the second half. Chris Richards and Tim Ream controlled much of Paraguay's attack, while goalkeeper Matt Freese handled the early pressure before enjoying a relatively comfortable evening. Paraguay attempted to increase its physicality after falling behind, but the Americans continued to dominate possession and dictated the tempo for most of the match. Even after Paraguay scored in the 73rd minute, the United States never appeared to lose control and comfortably managed the closing stages before Reyna's late goal completed the performance. The victory immediately placed the United States at the top of Group D and provided an ideal foundation heading into the remaining group matches. Match statistics. The final score reflected the United States' superiority throughout most of the evening. While Paraguay enjoyed periods of possession, it was the Americans who controlled the rhythm of the match and consistently created the more dangerous scoring opportunities. The United States finished the match with approximately 65% possession, patiently building attacks while limiting Paraguay to only brief moments of sustained pressure. Their attacking intent was evident as they produced 16 total shots, with 6 efforts testing the goalkeeper, compared to Paraguay's 9 shots, only one of which was on target. Despite the attacking dominance, the match remained competitive and physical. The referee showed 6 yellow cards over the course of the evening, with Paraguay receiving most of the cautions as they attempted to disrupt the Americans' quick transitions. No player was sent off, and the match ended without a single red card. One of the night's defining officiating moments came through VAR, which overturned an initial yellow card shown to Tim Ream and instead booked Miguel Almiron for simulation after a review. The decision highlighted the growing importance of video review in ensuring critical calls were judged correctly. Set pieces played only a limited role in the contest, with the United States earning 3 corner kicks while Paraguay managed 1. Ultimately, the difference came from the Americans' efficiency in front of goal. For goals from sustained attacking pressure, clinical finishing, and disciplined game management allowed the co-hosts to begin their FIFA World Cup campaign with a convincing 4-1 victory and 3 valuable points in Group D. The opening night could hardly have gone better for the United States. 4 goals, an energetic home crowd of more than 70,000 supporters, and one of the nation's strongest World Cup performances sent a clear message to the rest of Group D. Balogun's historic brace, Christian Pulisic's creativity, and Giovanni Reyna's late finish gave the Americans both 3 points and valuable goal difference. For Paraguay, the defeat left little margin for error in the remaining group matches. For the United States, however, the World Cup had begun exactly as every host nation dreams, with an unforgettable victory and momentum firmly on their side.